it, and I said, you know. I'm not sure. I think she is. BBC radio is honestly well
Right, I'll put it on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
I know you live on Facebook.
Yeah.
Kid Mohammed, oh here he is, cool, brilliant. Hi, just to say to everybody, the next speaker's Mohammed, and it's good to hear that the Scottish Government and the SNP are opposed to what's happened there. But people should remember, and it's why it's important we need to...
We were told by Tony Blair personally and George W. Bush that they will not walk away from us. This is his exact words. They will not abandon us. The 200,000 or 300,000 Afghans who are vanished with these weapons behind us. I want Boris and others. They are changed. I haven't seen a Taliban leader growing a tail or extra ears. He asked him if he knew Taliban. He thought the Taliban were musicians, they are abandoned musicians. This is his answer. We are traveling, I was stopped at the airport under the Terrorism Act, and they told me, you know, we're stopping you because under this legislation. Or 21 and a half years that I haven't done anything for the terrorists. You know, that proves you. Imagine if you are working.
Argyle Street and London roads, the red that were marching, the lads prayed and brim along, they're here to a man. This who I'll trade first, I'll trade the lowlands for a period. And luck could be easily bought with one of Lizzie's smiles. The USA is being sucked away.
Should do whatever the coup of the parliamentarians. They should, and there are three reasons why it's a bad idea. One, it's immoral, and it would send a with the so-called Afghan politicians, and they knew as the
of independence for Scotland. Once they're voted in, they declare independence negotiations and will be independent because all their scare stories we want to do. So get rid of Trident while you're at it.
We broke up the British state with independence and started building a society that puts people before profit and war.
Shame to have that in our country. They said they would do something about it, but the government has done nothing over Dungable.
And defence force, all of those other things. So just tell people, be honest up front. They know it's going to happen.
Where we can tell you exactly what the future is going to look like, or we can be run from London.
Until the American retired who was in the Hunley 90 or whatever crap they call it is going to eventually get into that pool and give. This is a target obtained from the KGB head which had been created, and London is the most populated valley, the Clyde and Forth Valley accepts. And by the way, it's a case of
remember the the Now Scotland rally at the Scottish Parliament. So, Lorna.
Full of sweet Emmett Ballad and Dinty Queen's Park Station. Tell them playing the drum. We'll come out and chase the factor all the way to Kingdom Come. When the poor we so
So you have to say why. We know it is nothing whatsoever to do with our safety or our security. It is everything to do with projecting the image as they see it and the power of the British state. Because they are still under the illusion that they are major players in the international scene. And this is the main thing they have to hold on to convince themselves that that is still the case. But it has always been the case. When we go back to the Attlee government in '46, took the decision in secret to start the development of the British bomb. It was Ernest Bevin, the Foreign Secretary at the time, said, we've got to have a British bomb and we'll have a big Union Jack all over it. I think that tells us what this is about. And it is about that projection of state power, that illusion of state power, because it is an illusion, because it isn't the British state. It is very much the United States who are in control here.
We do need to say it loudly and clearly that there is no moral case for Trident, there is no economic case for Trident, and there is no military case for Trident. It is the norm in the world to be nuclear free. It is the exception to the rule to possess nuclear weapons. And yet, as we've heard from Isabel Lindsay and CND, the UK government behind us is increasing the number of nuclear weapons on the Clyde. What message does that send to countries across the world? How can we expect nations to disarm or not to arm if we send the message that the only way that we can protect our security is to possess nuclear weapons? Trident, of course, are yesterday's weapons, and even then they failed to protect and they failed to deter a single conflict.